Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about underrated beauty products, so beauty products that I think deserve more love in the community. I've got 9 of them here that I'm just going to talk about, so let's get on with the video. First one that I've got, this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix. I think it's just called the Glow Primer. I've got this in the apricot shade. I've seen people comparing this to the By Terry Cellular Rose Serum, which is like really expensive, and this is like $9.99. It just really helps on me in this apricot shade. It really helps kind of bring out a tan if I have fake tan, or even if I haven't. It just makes my skin look really healthy, really glowy. It looks really nice under foundation. So this is quite new, so I think maybe more people will be talking about it, but not seeing much of that yet. Next thing that I've got, this is the Max Factor Radiant Lift Long Lasting Foundation, another kind of radiance product. I've got this in the shade 45 Warm Almond. Max Factor in general I think are a bit of an underrated brand. You don't really hear many people talking about them. I think Max Factor are the same as CoverGirl in the US and maybe other parts of the world, so I'm not sure what this foundation will be called elsewhere, but in the UK it is the Radiant Lift. This just does what I want a foundation to do. It's really good coverage, it looks really radiant, lasts really well. So yeah, I really like that, and that is another kind of new product, so I think maybe more people will start to talk about that when more people have tried it out. The next thing that I've got, something that I absolutely love, this is the BH Cosmetic Eye Lights, BH Cosmetics. And I got these on Beauty Bay. I think they are £7 each, so I'm not sure, they're really tiny, so I'm not sure how much product you get in here. I've just got a couple of shades. I've got the shade Galpal, which is this orange colour, that's one of my absolute faves, and this blue, which is the shade Gnarly. And there's about 6 shades or something in the range, and they're all £7 each. These are just really pretty liquid eyeshadows. They're really pigmented. This orange one, I'll try and swatch that for you now. I don't know if you can see that, but they just really give a really pretty glow. I always get compliments when I'm wearing these as well, which is really good. They're just a lot more colourful, I think, than some of the things that are out there on the market at the minute, which is really good. As I said, they're quite small in the bottle, so I'm not sure, can't see anywhere that says how much product you get. But with something like this, I kind of feel like I don't use it enough. You're supposed to use these up within like 3 months, so I wouldn't want to have loads of product because I wouldn't be able to use it in that time. But yeah, I just think those are really good liquid eyeshadow options that you don't really see anyone talking about. Next thing that I've got, this is the Skin 79 or Skin 79, however you say that, BB Super Bebblish Balm. I have got this in the gold variety just because I had a trial pack and I found that this one was the best for my skin. I'm not sure, there's like a pink one and an orange one, I'm not really sure what the difference is. But yeah, this is just a BB cream, but it's really good coverage on me. I use this, it's basically like a foundation on me. It's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like skin adapting, but there are only like, there's one shade of this, the gold, and then there's the pink, and they are all like quite pale shades, so it's kind of a shame if you have got darker skin. I don't think they do cater for that, which is unfortunate. But if you can find your shade matching this, I think this is really good. It's really good to try out. I got this, I think I got this in the Black Friday sale on Beauty Bay, and it cost me about £14, but normally it's like 20-ish. But it's still, I would definitely pick it up at full price. I still think it's worth the money. The next thing that I've got a couple of these lip glosses from I Heart Revolution. These are the chocolate glosses. So I've got, this is the one from the main line. I think this is the mint chocolate one. This is the one that I got in the chocolate vault set, which is like the cherry chocolate one. But these, if you buy them on their own, they're like £3, I think, £3 each. And I have been getting into glosses more a lot recently. I've seen quite a few people saying that, which is funny. But I think there's been a lot more gloss releases recently, and these glosses are like, they're not sticky glosses. They're not the kind of ones that you used to have when you were younger, where you go out and your hair would get stuck in them. And they're not crazy pigmented, which I kind of like that. I kind of prefer that in a gloss. But yeah, I just really like the I Heart Revolution brand in general. So yeah, more people need to try those. The next thing that I've got is another Max Factor item, which a bit of a coincidence, I didn't even realise that. This is the Creme Bronzer in the shade Light Gold. It is a little bit pale for me. At my darkest kind of my more tan shade, but in the winter when I've not tanned or anything, it looks good. It's a nice natural bronzer. It is, my favourite bronzers are the Body Shop Honey Bronzer and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, both of which I think are kind of talked about a lot more. So this one I just wanted to mention. It's another really good natural option, a really good affordable option. I think it's about £10 in Boots and Superdrug. So really easy to pick up as well, and it's just a really nice bronzer. I really like it. The next thing that I've got, this is the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. I picked this up on Beauty Bay. I think you can get Wet n Wild or in Boots now as well, I think. This was like £3 or £3.50 or something. And I haven't been using it that long, so a little bit of a cheap one. But it's just got, I don't know if you can see that, it's just got this like, it's a triangular end, but it's not like, it's a lot thinner than other triangle pencils that I've used. And I'm not someone who really likes the skinny brow pencils because I need to completely fill in the tail end of my brow, so I do prefer like a standard pencil to do that. But the shape of this is kind of like somewhere in the middle of the two. It's triangular, but it's skinny. So I really, really like that. I think the colour's really good for me. I think I've got this in dark brown, medium brown. And I do really like the brush on the end of that as well, the little spoolie. Really good affordable option. The next thing I've got, and this one, I think this might have been discontinued, so I'm not really sure whether I'm going to talk about it. It's been underrated, but this is the Too Faced TF No Filter Selfie Powders. You just get 3 brightening powders in there. And they come in, so there's like a yellowy shade, a bronzy shade, and then like a lilac shade, and they're supposed to make your face look filtered basically. I picked this up in TK Maxx. I think it was like about $12.99, so if you can get it cheap, I think that's a good idea. They do still have these for sale on Amazon, I think. But these are just, they kind of apply really soft to the face, they soften my makeup. They do kind of look a little bit like a filter, and they're not heavy powders or anything, they're just like a little finishing powder. So I do really, really enjoy those. I did look up, because I know that's been discontinued, I tried to find like other reviews from when it came out, and I couldn't see too many that were like, it didn't seem like it'd been a majorly hyped product, but anyway, it's not a majorly hyped product at the minute, because as I say, I think it is discontinued. But if you can get it, I do recommend picking that one up. And then I think this is the final thing that I've got. This is the Colourpop It's a Princess Thing palette from the Disney Designer Collection. Now, the Disney Designer Collection was kind of talked about a lot. It did get a lot of hype at the time of release, but the reason I picked this palette is because I did hear a lot of people saying that they weren't going to pick it up because the colour selection looked boring. And I was kind of in that camp as well when it first came out. I was like, oh, I'm probably going to get it because I love Disney and I want the whole collection, but this palette doesn't really speak to me. But I don't know, I think the pictures of it just don't do it justice, and I kind of feel like it doesn't look that good on camera either. I have got a whole blog post on this, so I'll link to that down below as well. But the shimmers in this are just super pretty. The mattes are really nice and neutral, and I just feel like I can create a lot of really good looks from this, from like everyday to the more glamorous. It's just a really, really nice palette, so I am glad that I picked it up. And I think that if you're someone who's looking and thinking, oh, I don't know if those are my kind of shades, just look up swatches, look up reviews of it, because I do think that you would really, really enjoy that. And it is one of my favourite Colourpop palettes. That's everything that I've got, guys. Let me know down in the comments what beauty products you think are underrated, what you think to the products that I've mentioned, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!